This video response is for She Kills Monsters, and the three words I would use to describe the play, the three-word phrase, is a heartwarming story, because it is a story about how a girl goes on an adventure and essentially comes to terms with her sister's death. And also the last scene of the play, where Agnes and Tilly walked off the stage with their arms around each other, was pretty touching to me. The playwright is Qui Nguyen, and for genre, I said that it was a comedy out of the four choices that was given, but if I had to go with a sub-genre, I'd say dramatic comedy. And comedy because I feel like there was a lot of humor throughout the play, like, for example, like the sex jokes between when Miles was confronting Agnes and Chuck. And just like the fighting monsters and all the poses and like the monsters' lines as they were introduced. So that's why I went comedy. The protagonist is Agnes Evans. And for climax, I believe that the climax is when Agnes defeats the dragons of her past and then learns why her sister plays D&D with her friends, like towards the end, because they want to, they want to like essentially live another life and explore different parts of life. And the language throughout the play that the playwright used, I said the language is a mixture of things that are comical at some points and towards the end, more sincere, serious, and emotional. And for the director part, the name of the director was Brian Gillespie, and the stage that was used was Proscenium. And as far as the overall casting is concerned, I thought that the cast fit their roles pretty well. They worked very well together, and diverse. You could tell with the chemistry on the stage, it didn't seem like they skipped a beat. And as far as diversity goes with the cast, I said it was somewhat diverse. For example, Miles and other Shadow Puppet Monster chorus members, they were BIPOC actors, so I said somewhat diverse for that. And one staging moment, I said the scene where Agnes and Tilly put their arms around each other and walk off. It's at the end of the show. And I think it was very effective because it showed how Agnes, better understands and gets closer with her sister. She didn't really know that Tilly struggled with her sexuality. So, almost through this little adventure through D&D, she's able to learn more about her sister. So I thought it all came together at that last scene. And as far as the next part, one actor, the first actor I went with was Patrick St. Ange as Miles, and he also plays another role, the monster that Agnes defeats. I thought he fit well into his role as Agnes and as her boyfriend. He seemed to play the part well. One specific moment, I thought he was funny and great in the scene where he finds Agnes and Chuck playing D&D. It happened towards I'd say the middle of the show. He kind of used like his high-pitched voice to demonstrate, the character's concern and surprise, and for his relationship, with the sex jokes again. I was laughing because I thought that scene was pretty funny, so I thought he did a good job with that one. And the second scene, I decided to go with his other role when he played the monster in, I'd say, middle to second half of the play, working to capture the monster of Agnes's boyfriend in D&D, which she defeats and kills. He was able to using nice moves during battle, worked well with Agnes. As the warrior, he wore the warrior costume to play the part, and I was a fan of that performance. And I also thought he did a good job because it shows kind of his diversity. He's able to play multiple roles in the play. And then next on to the designer. I went with the costume designer, Devin Painter. I felt that the designer, Devin, did a good job making, colorful costumes to, kind of remind the audience and keep it like they were in a game. Because that's essentially what they were doing. I think different colors kind of emphasizes that part. And one piece that I went with was Chuck's outfit, which was a couple of layers of shirts, jeans, and the plaid shirt tied around his waist. I thought it kind of made him look like he would be the kind of guy that stays indoors and plays like maybe what some would consider a nerdy game like D&D. He seemed like he would kind of be that guy and be the narrator, like he knows all things D&D, like the way he taught Agnes. So I thought that was a good job there with that piece, and you see it in every scene he's in. And the second piece I went with was Agnes's outfit: leggings, long sleeve shirt, long sleeve top with a white. The shirt had a white background with many black polka dots. You see it in every Agnes scene for the most part, and it just kind of seems like something a girl of Agnes's age would wear, mid-20s, adventurous girl. So I thought that was another nice piece for the main character. And next, the Playmakers, number 6. I believe that the work of the Playmakers, actors, and everyone on the cast, crew, everyone that put the show together, I thought they did a great job, staying together. I thought it was a great show. I was a fan, and it just seemed like they all, worked together and executed the vision of the director as a whole. And then the Playmakers, I'd say, for the purpose, I'd say the Playmakers wanted the audience to think about relationships between us and our loved ones and how to cope when we lose them. So that's what I said for purpose. And on to the final number 7. Something that I thought about as I was watching the show, or my big takeaway, is the possibility that, you can lose loved ones at a young age, or any age for that matter, and not know everything about them or what they went through, just like Agnes did with Tilly. She never knew that Tilly struggled with her sexuality and other things, and that she essentially wanted to live another life through D&D. So that's what I thought about and was my main takeaway from the play.